Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome. My name is Georgia. So we are going to do a recap and a review of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 5, Episode 8, titled The Desert and the Deserted. So I didn't do a review of Episode 7. It just got away from me. Life got in the way and I didn't get a chance to do a review of Episode 7. And if I need to refer to anything, I did watch it, but if I need to refer to anything in there, then I'll refer to it in this episode. So we start out the episode with Meredith and Lisa having a spa day, and on the way to the spa we have Lisa talking to Heather, and she told Heather where she was heading. And she told Heather, okay, come on, meet me there because I want to know what happened between the meeting with you and Bronwyn. Because if you remember, Heather went over to she was invited over to Bronwyn's house to try and figure out, because Bronwyn wanted to know if there was a way for them to work out their differences so that she could invite Heather on the trip to California, to Palm Springs. So we had Heather go into Bronwyn's house. Heather thinking that, she was getting an apology. She was getting an apology from Bronwyn, only to find out that Bronwyn expected one from her. And Heather was like, so you invited me over here for me to sing for my supper so I could get invited to your trip? Heather was like, this is making me uncomfortable. And Heather gets up and leaves. But even though Bronwyn has a beautiful house and all those gorgeous dogs, Bronwyn, no girl, that dog poop all over the house. And then Heather, I'm surprised you even sat there and ate, girl. I know you didn't want to be rude, but you should have just taken the bottle of Pellegrino and let that be it. I would not. I would not have accepted any kind of pastry or any kind of food. Bronwyn, do better. That dog poop all over the house and on the sofa and pushing their head into her plate as she was eating. Oh gosh, no. I mean, yes, I love dogs and everything, but come on, there are boundaries. There are certain things that dogs are supposed to. Oh God, no. Okay, I digress. But yeah, so she's meeting up with Meredith and Lisa at the spa. She's telling them what is going on as far as her and Bronwyn is concerned. The ladies are like, what? We expected you to come on the trip, but Bronwyn did tell them earlier that she don't think she was going to invite Brittany, and she wasn't going to invite Heather because she wasn't sure where her relationship was with Heather. We have also them telling their own little situation regarding that. Meredith talking about how, Sean and was using Brooks as a pawn. Sean is Angie's husband, Angie K's husband, and Brooks was being used as a pawn. But we remember Sean was not comfortable with having Meredith in his house again at the party based on what happened on the previous party that they had. I think it was last year, that he didn't feel comfortable having Meredith there. He didn't want no drama and stuff like that. The fact that they're saying, not the fact, but the rumor that is being spread about Sean, and that Meredith is the one who started the rumor allegedly. So there's a lot of back and forth and a lot of mix up and a lot of he say, she say stuff going on with this group. So I believe Heather wished them well on their trip. They're still gonna go. It's a private jet, private house, in Palm Springs, California for the weekend. Who don't want to go on a trip like that? Get away from the cold, even though it's beautiful in Utah. They wanted to get away from the cold for a little bit, so everybody was going on the trip who was invited. All right, so Heather leaves the house. We have Bronwyn getting a little bit upset, so that was what we saw in the last episode. But then we come over here to this episode and we see where we have Bronwyn calling Lisa. They're flipping back and forth between Bronwyn calling her husband who's in Korea on a business trip, and then we have her calling Lisa asking Lisa if everything is okay. You know, are we going to be cool based on what happened at Angie K's house? Is there going to be any drama? And Lisa was like, wait a minute, is she trying to say I was at fault? And we know Lisa feels that she wasn't at fault with everything that's going on with her and Whitney. So the husband told her specifically, this is Bronwyn's husband telling her specifically, he's like, I do not want any drama at this trip. I'm telling you right now, I don't want any drama. If that's the case, I'm going to leave, or whoever's creating the drama has got to go. Tired of the same old styles? Ready to make waves with your wardrobe? Welcome to Touch Me Textures, where bold meets beautiful and every piece is designed to turn heads. Our collections are all about textures that feel as good as they look. From flowy dresses to eye-catching accessories, we've got everything you need to express your style your way. Find pieces that speak to you for every vibe, every adventure. And the best part? Our site makes it easy to shop and easy to fall in love with everything. So why wait? Dive into style that's uniquely yours at touchmetextures.com. Feel fabulous, look unforgettable. Click the link in the description to check out all we have to offer. All right, so we're showing them getting ready for the trip now. We see Angie and Sean packing. They're packing light because it's only for the weekend. It's a private jet. You can't have too much luggage because you know body weight and stuff. There's a weight limit. And Angie is talking to Sean about her friendship with Lisa. And her husband's like, you know, I feel that you've given way too much to this woman and you need to set some boundaries and stuff like that. So they talked about that. Then we jumped over to Whitney and Justin. They're also packing for the trip. And Whitney and Justin are talking about, you know, what's expected. Remember, Justin met up with John at to have lunch. And John is basically telling her that Lisa is expecting an apology from him, from Justin. Lisa is looking for an apology from Justin. The guys talk about how, you know, they've never gotten to this point where it's gotten between them. You know, usually the wives fight, they stay out of it, and they have not gotten to the point where the men are actually pulled into it. They've done a fantastic job of staying out of it. So I think this franchise is the first one that I'm watching. I know I've heard of others that I'm watching where the husbands are actually getting into it. When they were getting into it at Angie and Sean's anniversary party, I'm like, where is Coach Shah? I'm like, Jen, I blame you for this. Where is Coach Shah? He's always the one to step in and make sure everything is calm, everything is cool. Where the heck is Coach Shah? And I'm like, yeah, Jen, because of what you did, Jen Shah. Now we don't have Coach Shah to actually help. Now he's not filming with the guys. You know, so I was kind of pissed off at Jen at this point. But yeah, but back to Whitney and Justin packing. They're like, Lisa is expecting an apology from Justin, and they both agree that that's not gonna happen. So okay, we're jumping from couple to couple now. Still, then we have Lisa and John. We see Lisa on the floor with all her sunglasses. She have about 400 pairs of sunglasses. And I'm like, okay, Lisa, where you heading? John is like, you taking all of that, huh? She's like, no, I'm only taking about 3 or maybe 4. We all know she probably ended up with about 7 pairs. And Lisa is getting emotional. She's like, you know, out of everything that we've been through in this group, all the fights and stuff, the one that affects me most is them criticizing me of being a bad mom. And she started getting emotional, as anybody would, because as mothers, you know you're doing the best. There's no handbook on being a mother. I mean, every child is not the same. And she's doing the best she can. And for them to be criticizing her, yeah, it really hurts. And I'm sure she was feeling bad about it. So John was like, you know, you're a great mom. Don't listen to them. Don't cry. And don't worry about it. So now we have the day of the trip. I think it's the following day. Everybody's meeting up at the airport 7 o'clock in the morning. They're coming on. They're greeting each other. Todd, who is Bronwyn's husband, is introducing himself to the husbands as they're coming onto the jet, because they got there first, of course. As they're getting on, he's introducing himself. The ladies are greeting the ones who are actually good. We have Bronwyn getting a confessional, pretending to be a flight attendant, saying all the shady stuff she wants to say. And then, they fly out to Palm Springs. They get into two different cars. The separate couples get into two different cars. And we get to find out that Lisa gave Justin the finger while he was on the plane. She said it. Because John was like, you know what, I think we kind of good right now. No, Seth was there, my favorite. Seth was there, and he's like, I heard y'all got into it. And John was like, yeah, but hopefully we're all good now. And Lisa was like, well, I'm not. And she was like, when I got on the plane and I saw Justin, I kind of gave him like the kissy face. You know, you blowing kisses with your hand. So she's kissed, and then she gives him the middle finger. She shows how she did that. I'm like, come on, Lisa. You're not even trying. I'm like, oh my goodness. All right, so they're in the car just chopping it up and stuff. They get to the house. The house is gorgeous. I mean, they have a pool and a pond, as Angie K said. They had a volleyball court. What else they had going on? They had all the cabana was there. A lot of places to just lay out and enjoy the sun. This house was made for vacation vibes. Don't be inside if you don't have to. Go right to the pool and stay there all day. That's how this place was set up. So we had Angie K and her husband playing a little bit of volleyball. And remember, this is an anniversary trip for Bronwyn and Todd. So Bronwyn had the jeweler come. She had already picked out some pieces that she was trying to decide on. So the jeweler came with the 10-carat earring, stud earrings. I'm like, whoa. The $4 million diamond necklace. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, gorgeous pieces. So while they're trying to pick out, she said she picked out what she wanted, and she wanted her husband final say. So the jeweler came with the jewel. She told him that, leave these pieces with me. I am going to try them on, wear them, and then decide if I want to have them. So that's what happened. So I'm assuming she's going to be wearing that at the dinner table to show all these girls that, listen, this is what I got going on. My husband is taking care of me. We don't need no prenup. I get what I want without a prenup. So that's what I feel the vibe was for Bronwyn, is to show them that, listen, I got my husband taking care of me. I got my own stuff going on. I'm better than you bees, in my opinion. It's a private jet, private chef, beautiful house, gorgeous jewelry, and I'm doing well. I think that's what Bronwyn wanted to show the ladies. I mean, everybody here is living in opulence, but she wanted to show them, I got it, okay? Don't worry about me. I got it, because apparently they're thinking she's not very smart for not having a prenup, and she's trying to show them, I don't need a prenup in order to live my best life. So here we go. So, all right. So it's like the jeweler comes, she takes the jewelry, she's like, I'm going to wear them and stuff like that. So now, tired of the same old styles? Ready to make waves with your wardrobe? Welcome to Touch Me Textures, where bold meets beautiful and every piece is designed to turn heads. Our collections are all about textures that feel as good as they look. From flowy dresses to eye-catching accessories, we've got everything you need to express your style your way. Find pieces that speak to you for every vibe, every adventure. And the best part? Our site makes it easy to shop and easy to fall in love with everything. So why wait? Dive into style that's uniquely yours at touchmetextures.com. Feel fabulous, look unforgettable. Click the link in the description to check out all we have to offer. Now, everybody's sitting by the pool. We have Seth come out from the house, and he brought, first of all, when they first got in the house, we have Seth running around the house looking for a bathroom with a bathtub. And he says that when they plan their trips or their getaway, that is the main priority. There has to be a bathtub in the bathroom because that is Meredith thing. She likes to take baths. So if they don't have a bathtub in the bathroom where they're booking their trip, they don't use that space. They go elsewhere. I'm like, okay. People have their preferences. They have their standards and they're not going to deviate from it. So this house did not have a bathtub. So Meredith had to do the stand-up shower this trip, girl. Anyway, so now they're laying by the pool. We have Seth come out and he brings his wife a drink. And he's like, Meredith, I'm sorry. I got some bad news. And she's like, what? He's like, I have to leave early. No, first of all, no, when they were laying by the pool, it was Lisa, Meredith, and John sitting by the pool. And they were like, where's Seth? He's like, inside working. And he was like, but it's Saturday. You gotta take a break sometimes. And she was like, well, he works all the time. So now he comes out and tells her he has to leave early. So now he gotta leave tomorrow morning, which is Sunday. And Meredith gets upset. She's like, this feels like Canada all over again. So she gets upset. She's like, first of all, when you came late yesterday, which was Friday. We didn't get to spend any real time together. We leave early this morning for California. Now you're gonna tell me that you're leaving tomorrow. It's Sunday to go back. He's like, why can't you leave Monday morning? He's like, well, the trip from California to Ohio, which is where he has to go, is going to be an all-day trip because he needs to transfer flights in Minneapolis and wherever. But she's like, She's like, this is upsetting because, you know, this was the issue before with you working so much, working away from home so much, and now we're right there again. So, of course, she's upset and he's upset now, but she has to understand that man gotta work. He has to work. So, that was he says Meredith expectation. He said Meredith has a high expectation level and he is doing everything in his power to meet her expectations. All right, the guys now all get together and they're going to play cornhole. We have Angie K come out. She's like, you know what? Let's do some shots. Let's do some shots of Vida Tequila. So she's trying to bridge the gap with everything because, as you guys know, Vida Tequila is Lisa's liquor brand. So she goes inside. She gets some shots. She asks the chef that's inside, what do you think? Fill it up to the top or just have? The chef was like, you're on vacation, girl. Fill it up to the top. So she did that. She went and gave everybody a shot, Vida Tequila. Lisa was happy to know that she used her brand, and everybody did a round of shots. Now the guys are in the pool just chilling, and one thing they said, they're like, you know, you could tell all of us here are straight men just by looking at our wives. And I found that to be so cute. That was Seth who said that. And they're in the pool now just chilling and chatting. I'm guessing they're chopping it up as business owners and stuff like that, businessmen. And the ladies are also at the poolside. So it's just chit-chatting. Bronwyn goes inside to use the restroom only for the ladies to be talking about they miss Heather and so forth and so on. Everybody was saying, yeah, we miss her. And somebody said, let's call her. I think Whitney's like, maybe not now. But no, Lisa takes it up on herself to pick up the phone and FaceTime Heather. Oh my God. And as you guys know, that is something that you don't do. She's not invited on the trip. Why are you going to FaceTime her in front of the whole group? Why didn't you wait till later on in the evening? You FaceTime her and stuff. So Lisa FaceTimes Heather. And at that time, Bronwyn comes out and she walks right into the FaceTime. So Heather is on the other end of the phone and sees Bronwyn walks by. Bronwyn does like a... Wait a minute. I don't know about this. But then she's like, wait a minute. This is my trip. I'm pissed. Why did Heather do that? I mean, why did Lisa do that? So, of course, she let it be known. She's like, she waited till Lisa was done. And she's like, why would you do that? You know, you're on the trip. I invited you on the trip. She's not here. Why would you do that? She's like, well, I just wanted to say hi to Heather. But why now? Why are you doing that now? I just wanted to say hi to Heather. So now the tone, the voices are elevating, and Bronwyn is back in the confessional saying, that's some effed up. I invited you. You know Heather and I don't get along right now. You know that, you know, we have tension. You should not have done that. So, like I said, it was getting loud. The voices were elevating. The tone was being harsh, getting harsh. And I believe it was Bronwyn's husband who came over and he's like, you guys are getting kind of loud. I hear you talking about Heather. Why don't you call Heather? They were like, yeah, that's why we're getting loud, because we did call Heather. It's like, okay. Bronwyn gets upset. She tells Lisa, listen, you're the type of person that if things aren't going your way, you expect me to ride you. I'm like, oh my God, Bronwyn was mad. So she goes inside. Whitney follows her, try to calm her down. Then her husband comes in and tells her that, I don't like to see you upset. I told you if things go left, then either I'm going to leave or these people are going to have to leave. And at this point, I think John and Lisa needs to leave because they're causing stress. So Bronwyn was like, why don't you let me tell them? Because you're kind of mean. That's what she tells her husband. But it so happens that no, Todd took care of it. He sees, I think they set it up where they had John outside by the pool. By this time, everybody had gotten dressed because they've had enough time outside and all the arguments and stuff. And we had Todd go out and tell him, like, listen, I already told my wife that I didn't want this weekend to be about drama. It's our anniversary, and Lisa has to stop. Lisa has to stop, or you and Lisa are both going to have to leave. So John was like, all right, I get it. This is your invite. I'll go inside and talk to Lisa. So what John was suggesting, that instead of them going back with them on a private jet, that he would have given them some money for a car for them to get to the airport and find their own way home. Like, how you gonna come all the way to California and then get kicked off the trip? Now you gotta find your way home. So that is where the episode. No, actually, John goes inside and he starts talking to Lisa. He's like, Lisa, what happened outside? He's like, well, Bronwyn has a problem with me being friends with Heather, and I'm not going to let her dictate who I am friends with. And then she's like, what happened with you and Todd? Was like, well, Todd said, if you don't calm the hell down, then we're going to have to leave. And that is where the episode ended. So in my opinion, I think Lisa is going to calm down and get her stuff together, because they came out there on a private jet. They got to get back home. And if for them to get back home, they gotta find their way home. And I don't think John and Lisa want to do that. She's always putting her husband in these situations. I say, that's being a bad guest. Somebody invites you on a trip to their house. Why don't you think about what you're doing first before you actually do it? Heather was not invited. Heather's my girl. I love Heather. Heather is my girl, but she wasn't invited on the trip. Why are you calling her while you're on the trip? Tell her about it when you get home. If you want to show her what the place looked like, make sure you take a lot of pictures, a lot of videos. You don't have to FaceTime her while she's there. So I think that this, and Bronwyn did say that this right here, what happens between her and Lisa on this trip, kind of defines their friendship. Like, either you're going to be on my side or you're going to be on Heather's side. But I think Heather and Bronwyn just need more time together to actually understand each other. But I don't know. Lisa is walking around here talking about everybody owes me an apology. Because even though they were on the trip together, Whitney's on one side of the pool with Angie K, and we have Meredith and Lisa on the other side. So there is still a divide there, but Whitney is being respectful of Bronwyn to know that she was invited on the trip. So calm yourself. Like I said, private jet from Utah to California? Come on. So yeah, that is where we are with it. John is talking to Lisa about, what Todd said. Calm yourself or we have got to go. I really do hope Heather and Bronwyn could actually work things out and be friends. It looks like Lisa want to turn up everywhere she goes. That's how it's coming across. I'm sorry, Lisa. That's how it's coming across. She is turning up everywhere she goes, everybody's event. So I want to see what event she's going to throw on. She's going to throw and see what happened at her event. But yes, the ladies, Salt Lake City is one of my favorite franchises. I like watching them, see how they cut up. But yeah, the drama is still going on. They're going to bring it right back home. Guys, I thank you for watching my video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out all the links in the description, every single one of them. And until next time, be sure to take care of yourselves and your families. Bye-bye. Tired of the same old styles? Ready to make waves with your wardrobe? Welcome to Touch Me Textures, where bold meets beautiful and every piece is designed to turn heads. Our collections are all about textures that feel as good as they look. From flowy dresses to eye-catching accessories, we've got everything you need to express your style your way. Find pieces that speak to you for every vibe, every adventure. And the best part? Our site makes it easy to shop and easy to fall in love with everything. So why wait? Dive into style that's uniquely yours at touchmetextures.com. Feel fabulous, look unforgettable. Click the link in the description to check out all we have to offer.